the 10-minute daily reality check. We have got some real reality today. Not that we have ever fake reality, but I got something that's going to punch you in the face, make you think. John.
Yeah.
Keegan, David Wygant here.
Yes.
For the monster in your world, I'm going to read a quote that has been passed around for the last couple of weeks all over Fakebook, Flakeogram, and Twitter. I don't know what Twitter would be. It's called just called annoying. It's got a picture of Morgan Freeman. We're not sure if Morgan Freeman actually said it, but it looks like something that Morgan Freeman would say. And I'm going to do my best Morgan Freeman voice. What if I told you... No, that's not good. Can you do Morgan Freeman better?
Let me just try.
Give it a try, right?
What if I told you television is the monster in your home, and it's called a program for a reason? Your television is nothing more than an electronic mind-altering device. It has been designed to physiologically, psychologically change the way you view reality. How was that?
That was good, Morgan. Yeah, Morgan Freeman in the house.
I'm not an impressionist.
That was a good Morgan Freeman.
Right.
So do another one. So it's true about television, but I want you to add. I'm going to add one thing. I'm going to do Morgan now.
Yeah.
What if I told you your smartphone is the monster in your hand, and it's called programming for a reason? Your smartphone is nothing more than an electronic mind-altering device. It has been designed to psychologically change the ways you view reality. You know, our smartphones, our televisions, and everything are programming us to be the zombies that we are. And that's why I'm calling it the monster in your world. Your fucking iPhone is programming you to be a zombie. Last night we went out to dinner.
Right.
And this is something that just blows me away. Okay?
Yes.
We are so programmed to ignore people, it's ridiculous. We're in Cafe Gratitude's parking lot, which is downstairs. It's four of us. We're just joking around. We're making some funny videos. We're actually doing a video based on women being totally not conscious about other people in parking garages and the bad things that can happen to them, okay, which is the truth, right?
I mean, that is a bit of your OCD mind. How many? I mean, I know in other countries,
a lot.
Is there a lot of bad
there's been a lot of stuff. But we're not here to talk about that. I'm not here to talk about women in their fucking parking lots and their ridiculous attachments to their phones.
We're not talking about.
We're not talking about that. What we're going to talk about right here
complete obsession with the iPhone. We're not discussing that.
Right. We're not discussing how annoying it is for us.
How whenever you go to talk to them, they have to look down at their phone to hide behind the wall.
Right. We're not talking about that.
We're not talking about that now. Not today.
Not today. Not today. But another day.
Talk about this problem.
Right. But there's programming that's going on, and it's something interesting that you said last night, too. Yeah. The second she saw us, she looked down at her phone, and she started pretending to do something. Right. Finally, we ended up talking to her about her bag and everything else, right? You know, but she looked at her phone, and the funny thing is we're driving, and you said, that was a pretend look.
Yeah.
There's no cell phone service in a garage.
Yeah, there isn't in that garage.
Right? But psychologically, she's been programmed that when she sees a man, she needs to look at Facebook or something else. We are allowing the monster in our hand to control our thoughts.
Right.
So immediately we go to reach this. Instead of going and connecting with a human being, okay, we're having a experience with our hand. Literally, the iPhone is giving us a hand job constantly. She's looking at nothing. And that's how we've been psychologically programmed to change the way we view reality. Instead of her reality of, wow, there are these guys laughing, because we were non-threatening. We were all cracking up and laughing, right? Even though we were doing a video on something that was really ridiculous and crazy and a public service announcement, right? We were actually laughing and having fun.
Yeah.
In years past, we were psychologically programmed, if people are laughing, to look and go, why are you guys laughing? Because if we were four toddlers in that garage playing, and a girl or a boy, a little toddler was walking with their dad, they would want to play with the other kids because it was energy that was being noticed, because a kid is not staring at its phone being psychologically programmed. It doesn't live by the monster in its world. The monster in a kid's world is based on its creativity. And the creativity is the boogeyman that lives under your bed. We have allowed the iPhone to be the boogeyman.
But the iPhone, obviously, we all know this. each one of us listening to this, very few of us have control over our use of this. It's really highly addictive.
It's highly addictive.
It is fun. It is useful. It has made our lives better in many ways. I mean, I travel the world. I don't speak languages. I can speak into it. And
it's a magic wand.
Language comes out the other side. I'm in a strange country, and it's telling me to turn left and right. It's amazing. There's so many amazing things. And then, of course, but it's kind of like a metaphor for our mind. If you've ever read the book The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, my favorite book, he really gets into how our minds are an instrument of who we are. Our minds are not us. Our minds are a tool, like a pen is for us to write on a piece of paper our thoughts and create something in this world. Our mind is to help us solve problems and create things, but we are not our mind. And in our society, our mind is run rampant. Our mind has taken us over and tricked us into believing we are our mind. Therefore, we're all on antidepressants, and therefore we're doing anything and everything to still our mind, from alcohol to drugs to yoga to whatever, to remember that we are not our mind, to get us out of this hell, this prison. And it's interesting to me now, what I realize just as we're talking, is this iPhone is just like that metaphor, that the iPhone is not us. We are not our iPhone. It is a tool for us to do better things in the world, but it has completely taken us over. And the vast majority of us, and I'm guilty of it as well.
We all are.
I'm very guilty of it.
I'm not innocent.
I'm not innocent at all. I'm hooked on the news from it. I can check the news every fucking 3 seconds.
Instagram.
I check who liked my stupid picture I put up. I gotta, you and I have a reason to be on there more than some people, because we have a business, and you do have to promote it through these channels, and it can be highly effective. So that's really powerful. Some of us have no reason to be on it at all, other than just to share with friends and stuff. But it's not become that. It's become something else. So I guess our point here is what? What are we driving towards?
We're driving towards having a free day without the monster in your hat.
A free day?
Free day.
Wait, that's asking a lot. How about a free hour?
No.
How about a free hour?
I'm going to ask people.
How about lunchtime free?
I'm going to ask people to do something that's difficult for them, because you know what? Yeah. I want them to see an hour means absolutely nothing. A free day. Have a free day. Take a day of your life. Put the fucking monster in your hand away.
Wait a minute.
No.
You can't even go in the sauna without your fucking...
I'm doing work in the sauna.
You're doing work.
I'm doing work in the sauna.
Wouldn't it be nice if you just gave that a space?
Yeah, but I do free days of it. Like when we're walking around tomorrow and walking around tomorrow all day long, I could care less. Okay?
That's true. You do use the iPhone appropriately. You are using it to make videos and promote business. And
I'm doing free days. Yeah. So I'm asking people to step outside their comfort zone, because I don't care about an hour. An hour means absolutely nothing. You can do 15 minutes and see the jonesing effect. It's literally like you haven't had a snort of cocaine. You haven't snorted the iPhone. And look, all you Samsung users and all the Motorola users, it's the same thing. It's a smartphone.
Yeah, you're addicted.
It's the monster in your hand. So here's a challenge, and we're going to be done today, because I don't want people listening anymore. I want you to spread this podcast all over the world, and that's something I'm going to hold you all to right now. I never asked you to spread the podcast. I want you to spread this podcast, because I think everybody needs to join. And as a matter of fact, John and I are going to start something called the Technology Free Day, where we're just going to start it. One day a week. It's going to be a day that we choose, and we're going to get a movement going, and you're going to start to see things. Imagine if everybody in the world took their phones and the monster in their hands and put it aside for one day a month. Guess what would have happened? People would notice each other. People would talk to each other. People would fall in love with each other. People would hook up. People would be present. Business skills would be done. Money would be made. People wouldn't be checking their feeds 24/7. The mind would be clear of thoughts, and the monster in your hand would no longer control you. So one day, you listen to this podcast, you subscribe to this podcast, we will tell you when that day is. Today, try it as an experiment to see how long you go, and send us an email, david@davidwygant.com. You can reach us there and tell us exactly how it felt to give up your phone, and when you broke down. What was it? Was it the text sound? Was it someone else's text sound that made you answer your phone? Because we're Pavlov. We're Pavlov dogs at this point. So one day, try it. Tell me what your results are. Spread this podcast to your friends. Full day.
So leave it at home. Go outside. Walk around without it. Leave it at home. Go ask people for directions when you're lost instead of looking down at your phone. Go look in the restaurant, read the menu without reading the app that tells you what Carla thought about the restaurant.
Yeah, you don't even know Carla,
Stop
and you're reading Carla's review.
Stop swiping for your dates and go say hi to people that are around you all the time. You'll see how much more observant you become. You'll see how much more alive you become. And also, who knows what all that radiation's doing to you anyway. So why don't you take a day off from it and
subscribe to this podcast and pass it around so you have friends to support this journey, and both of you can go and talk. If you send this podcast to 10 people, you have 10 people who you can actually compare your thoughts, feelings, and have a support group, because you're going to need it. Because one day there's going to be there's AA, and then there's going to be, SA, Smartphones Anonymous, okay? People are going to go and they're going to have to download, and they're going to have to fucking go through 12-step programs, because this monster in your hand, in your world, is controlling your life. 10-minute daily reality check. This is the one reality check that you go and you spread the love to everybody. David Wygant with John Keegan. We're done.
Come on back for more self-help that doesn't suck.